Well, welcome to our midweek message for Thursday, the 5th of December. And we're well into Advent now. And I really hope, in all the busyness of the season and getting ready for Christmas, you can make some space and some time out to be with God. Jesus often took himself away from the busyness. He went out into the desert and the wilderness, or he went up a mountain just to spend some quality time with God. Well, we haven't got a mountain round here or a desert, so perhaps we could take ourselves off to the beach or to a quiet space in our home. I was really lucky last week. I managed to get the inside week off. And so I took myself off on a retreat. I went down to a lovely retreat house in Devon. And I was surprised and really pleased that they had an art shed at the retreat, which was stocked with all sorts of lovely paints and pens and paper and materials and lino cutting, you name it, any art was in this shed. And we had free run of it. We could do what we liked. So I thought you'd like to see what I did and what I made. I had fun making little booklets. I've got them wrapped in nice embroidery thread. There's one, there's another, and here's another. I made 4. There's another. And I had some lovely time with watercolours, but with some paint called Brusho, which I'd never seen before. It was like powder paint in little pepper pots. And you put the watercolour on your paper with a lot of water, so it's really wet, and then shook these little pepper pots of paint called Brusho all over it and sprayed a bit more water on. And what was wonderful about it is you could not control where the paint went. And there were explosions of colours. So it looked like fireworks going off. And I just loved it. I loved it because you couldn't control it. And it's a bit like that with God in Advent. Here is somebody that you cannot control, an all creative person. And once I'd put all the colour on the big A3 paper and it had dried, I cut them up and I made these booklets. And this is the bit that I really, really loved. There was a communion service where I went, which had slightly different liturgy and lovely words. So on this one, I wrote some of the words that jumped out at me from the communion service. So I'll just unwrap that and I'll show you. So I've put different words in different parts of the booklet. So all lovely words that were jumping out at me from the communion service. You can see how lovely it just folds different ways, and you can see all the glorious colours from the Brusho paints. So this one were words from the communion service that I particularly spoke to me. So that's precious. I'm going to keep that one. This one was words from the morning prayer service. And there were different collects that I really liked, so I've written in those. But this one is very special. Where I went, there was a labyrinth, and we had lots of verses that we could think about before walking into the labyrinth. Some different quotes from people. So, for example, that says, "It is your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you." So all these lovely quotes. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Oh, isn't that colourless lovely? Just gives me that feeling of chaos and creation. So I thought you'd like a little window into what I was doing last week. I really did have a lovely, relaxing time and space just to be myself and space to be with God. So I do hope that you can make a little bit of space for yourselves this week. See you soon.